ranking the fastest American performance cars of the 2000s. American sports cars in the 1980s and 1990s were small, heavy, and underpowered. It was acceptable to produce a V8 that had less than 200 horsepower raw weight until the mid-80s to standardize electronic fuel injection. Ford and Chevrolet were the only companies producing anything performance-oriented. Mustangs, Camaros, Corvettes, and Vipers were the only things defending American performance cars. America finally got a grip on elusive horsepower when it decided to pump out powerhouse V8s that could reach 200 miles per hour. 8. Cobalt SS Supercharged, 158 miles per hour. The car had a 2.0-liter inline-4 that only made 205 horsepower, but it's impressive to drive at such high speeds. Mated to a 5-speed manual transmission, the car weighs 2,911 pounds and costs $21,995. Even with front-wheel drive, it competes against the more powerful Dodge SRT4. 7. 2002 Camaro SS, 168 miles per hour. In 1998 saw the induction of the LS1, which had 325 horsepower and could reach speeds of up to 168 miles per hour until its hiatus began in 2002. While the Camaro feels fast under heavy acceleration, due in no small part to the 5.7-liter V8 under the hood, it sloshes around with truck-like clumsiness. Heavy large doors and exterior dimensions contribute to how big this car feels. 6. Pontiac GTO 6.0, 180 miles per hour. In 2005, the Corvette C5 had a 400 horsepower LS2, and Pontiac decided it wanted that powertrain in a sports coupe. The GTO sits pretty at over 3,700 pounds but moves like a jungle cat. High revs churn out a violent rumble from its 6.0-liter V8, melting pounds of rubber into the tarmac with just a blip of the throttle. The engine sounds like it's being held back like a Rottweiler on a loose leash. 5. 2010 Mustang Shelby Cobra GT 500, 191 miles per hour. The Mustang Shelby Cobra GT 500 from 2010 is a prime example of what happens when a ton of horsepower is shoved into a chassis and nothing else is changed. All 540 horses from its 5.4-liter supercharged V8 guarantee the car will not get traction all the way through third gear. Finally, when the tires catch, the car flails down the road in a mad panic to point itself in a straight line, which it eventually does, to achieve 191 miles per hour top speed. It's a proper harken back to the original Mustang Shelby Cobra GT 500. 4. 2010 Cadillac CTS-V, 191 miles per hour. Existing in the same vein as the GTO is the Cadillac CTS-V, except Cadillac opted to throw the Corvette's powertrain into a 4-door luxury sedan. A supercharged 6.2-liter V8 hibernates under the hood until the throttle is applied to produce 556 horsepower sent to the rear wheels. The car's 4-wheel independent suspension, cushy leather seats and sound deadening make it easy to ignore how quickly the car gets to 100 miles per hour. 3. Dodge Viper, 202 miles per hour. By 2007 the Dodge Viper had developed a refined taste for things like ABS and traction control, and not to mention door handles. In its infancy, the Viper was equipped with 400 horsepower from an 8.0-liter V10, without any driver aids. The Dodge Viper was a track-only beast and content to be so. Later generations had other plans, but they did not detract from the Viper's bread and butter. The 8.0-liter V10 had a slight displacement increase to 8.3 liters. 2. Ford GT, 205 miles per hour. The 2005 Ford GT was a limited-run sports coupe that used a supercharged 5.4-litre modular V8. Ford hoped to rekindle some of the prestige associated with the GT40 in the 1960s and 70s by the GT coupe. Aside from its exterior, the Ford GT is completely different from the GT40. It's bigger and heavier and it uses a smaller engine, but thanks to the supercharger it produces more power, getting it to a blistering 205 miles per hour. 1. C6 Corvette ZR1 to 208 miles per hour. In what was known as the most expensive production Corvette ever made at the time, Chevrolet planted a 6.2-litre supercharged LS9 sending 638 horsepower to the rear wheels, denoting this Frankenstein monster with the ZR1 moniker. The ZR1 can reach 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds and complete the quarter mile in 10.9 seconds. It has a top speed of 208 miles per hour, and can hit a lateral acceleration of 1.2 Gs, 1.4 miles per hour. Please comment on your favorite car from the 2000s. Like and subscribe to the channel.